There are several reasons that the impeachment attempt against Fubara will fail. Several reasons, but I will just focus on two of them. At the end of the day, everything comes down to respect for the rule of law and due process. If only our politicians of today will have respect for the rule of law, Nigeria will be the greatest country in the world. If respect of rule of law is respected and everybody followed due process, the Igbos will not be calling for Biafra because there will be equity. There will not be marginalization. So rule of law. Why is it that the impeachment attempt against Fubara will fail? Why is it that I am sure, personally, forget that this is Nigeria, forget that people say, oh, the constitution of Nigeria is rubbish. Forget that people say, oh, Wike has the judiciary in his pockets. Okay, even Wike has boasted and bragged about that before. Forget that. With all of those, I am sure that the impeachment attempt against Fubara will fail, as many others before it have failed. Yes, I am. Not because I am in support of Fubara. Make no mistake. I am not in support of Fubara. I am not against. I'm not in support of Wike, because that's what the 27 pro-Wike lawmakers represent. They are an extension of Wike, and they have proved this many times before. What I am in support of is respect for the rule of law and due process. If we can have this, Nigeria will be fine. Today, it so happens that rule of law is being used, is being disregarded to punish Fubara. So when we talk rule of law and respect for the rule of law, it will appear as if we are supporting Fubara. But that's not it. We're just talking about the rule of law. The law is supposed to be blind. When the law is followed the way it is supposed to be followed, it shouldn't matter who suffers the consequence or who gets the benefits. It shouldn't matter. Today, disregard for the rule of law is being used to punish Fubara. He's suffering it. But under Wike, Fubara was enjoying the same disrespect for the rule of law. If not for disrespect for the rule of law, Fubara probably wouldn't have smelled that governor office. But that's not the topic of discussion. However it is, he is governor today. And we are saying everybody must respect the rule of law and follow due process, including Wike, including the 27 pro-Wike lawmakers. That's what we're saying. So how am I sure that this impeachment against Fubara will fail? I am sure of it. I am sure of it. Even if Fubara wants to throw away the case, he can't anymore, because he threw away the case previously when he allowed Tinubu to deceive him, to trick him into withdrawing his own case, challenging the defection of the 27 lawmakers in an attempt to pursue peace. He believed Tinubu. Meanwhile, the pro-Wike lawmakers did not do the same. So even if he decides that he wants to throw this one away, it's going to be hard. The impeachment will still fail for two reasons, two very, very cogent reasons. Number one, the allegations of gross misconduct that has been levied against Fubara and the deputy governor, they are for 2024 budget. 2024 budget. The second allegation of not allowing the Rivers State House of Assembly to carry out its constitutional duties is for 2024. Common sense would have dictated to these Wike lawmakers, no need calling them pro-Wike, Wike lawmakers, that events have overtaken that. When was it that the Supreme Court handed them this ruling? So event has overtaken that because it's for 2024, not even 2025. Okay. The second reason why I am sure that the impeachment against Fubara will fail is because of this very funny and strange thing that has happened in the history of Nigeria's democracy. Since we returned to democracy in 1999, never has it happened in the history of Nigeria that we have the governor and the deputy governor being served impeachment notice at the same time. That's never happened. This is the first time. Now, nothing says that the governor and the deputy governor cannot be impeached at the same time. Is that what I'm saying? Absolutely not. But look at the allegations made. The governor, you allege that the governor spent money without the approval of the House of Assembly. I can understand that for the governor. You allege that the governor took actions, all the things the Supreme Court said. In fact, you quoted the Supreme Court, sections of the Supreme Court judgment, that he destroyed the House of Assembly, he did that, he acted like this. I can understand that. So, you're saying that the governor took actions that stopped or impeded the Rivers State House of Assembly from carrying out its constitutional duty. You're saying that. I can understand that for the governor. But you see, where the foolishness of these lawmakers begins to show in public is they now put the same allegation against the deputy governor. This is where I am very certain this impeachment will fail. Everybody knows that the office of the deputy governor is like a spare tire. We have discussed these things many times over, that even somebody who cannot read understands this. Are you saying the deputy governor should have overridden the governor when the governor took his action to impede, quote and unquote, the Rivers House of Assembly from carrying out its constitutional duty? Is that what you're suggesting? Does the deputy governor have the power to say, Mr. Governor, this money you are spending, don't spend it? So I cannot understand. Explain to me, oh wicked lawmakers. That sounded like wicked lawmakers. No. Okay, pro-wicked lawmakers. Explain to me, why will you bring this allegation of gross misconduct against the deputy governor when you know the deputy governor has no powers to override the governor? Oh, that can only happen if you have ulterior motives. Because in the line of succession constitutionally guaranteed for states, it is governor, deputy governor, and then speaker. So, in a blind attempt to make yourself speaker and to make yourself acting governor or speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, you forgot that you cannot levy an allegation against somebody when the person does not have the power to act. This is why I know that your impeachment attempt will fail. It will. Because what has come out in the open now is that you guys have a hidden or secret agenda to make Amewule acting governor, since Fubara is not dancing to the tune of Wike. What you guys are doing is treason, high treason. It is state capture that you have shown in the open. And you guys should be made to pay for it. So it will not start and end with this your attempt to impeach Fubara. Nigerians have a right, they have the locus to take legal actions against you, and we will take those actions in due time. Respect for the rule of law. You see, fellow Nigerians, if we just took actions to strengthen respect for the rule of law and to make all Nigerians equal before the law, to make sure that our politicians, our leaders, all our leaders, traditional leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, entertainment leaders, business leaders, media leaders, educational leaders, if we can ensure that all of them had respect for the rule of law and they all follow due process, Nigeria will be overdeveloped within a very short time. This is what we are pursuing. There are things that we can do, yes, to strengthen respect for the rule of law. The first thing is to solve the leadership problem. The second thing is to solve the followership problem. Even though we can solve the two together, we can only start with one right now. How do we solve the leadership problem? We must create a level playing field. The nomination form for running for office should be 0 naira. And if you want to charge, it should not be more than 50% of the annual minimum wage in Nigeria. That is how it is elsewhere. Annual minimum wage is 840,000. 50% of it, let's even put it at 500,000. So no political party in Nigeria should charge anything more than 500,000 for nomination form to any office in any elections. If we can have that, you create a level playing field. Right now, what the political parties are doing, is it not clear to all Nigerians? Or is there a political party that charges less than 500,000 for nomination form for governor? If there's such a party, let me know. I will stop campaigning for Abundance Party or any new party to come up for that matter. It's not about forming a party for the sake of forming a party. There are certain reforms that we need. If those reforms are present in existing political parties, then there is no need for us to form a new party. But right now, you tell me, is there a political party in Nigeria where the nomination form costs less than 500,000 naira for the office of president, for the office of senate, for the office of governor? Is there? If there is, I will go and join that party immediately. But I doubt there is. I know there is none. That is why we must create a political party that levels that playing field by setting the cost of nomination form to less than 500 naira or preferably free, 0 naira. So if we're going to solve the leadership problem to strengthen the rule of law in Nigeria, what should we do? Join us to create a new political party, or join us to advocate for these reforms so that the existing political party can implement these reforms. They don't need the National Assembly to help them implement it. This is at the political party level now. It is when we succeed from here that we can now take those policies to the National Assembly. It is important that we form this new political party. There's a link in the description for you to join us to create this political party. Please click the link. And there is an account detail in the description. Support us. Don't say it not concern you. It concern you. It will be the best investment you make for yourself, for your children, and for your children's children, because you would have been bequeathing to them a country that works, which is only possible through this new party. That's the only way. All these realignments they are doing, jumping like political vultures from party to party, it's not going to bring anything different. The only way we get a different result this time around is to do things differently, starting with these reforms that we must push. So it's going to be expensive, it's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. So with your support financially, we can get it done. Send your contribution, 1,000 naira, 10,000, 1 million, whatever you have. The account is in the description below. We can do it. I am very, very certain we can do it. Challenging? Yes, but doable. Join us to do it. We need all hands on deck. So, will you do it?